Patience has certainly played out in Liu Bei's favor. War is ever-changing, and so are those that you ally yourselves with. And for a while, Yuan Shao was the one we chose to ally ourselves with, watching him grow into the Duchy of Song. But in doing so, he's taken land away from those that were once a big threat, and all of those who have lost land now turn their ire and gaze toward him. Seeing the way the winds of war blow, Liu Bei made a decision to leave the coalition and join that of his enemies, but not because he's suddenly friends with them. No, because now all that land that the Duchy of Song took can be taken right back and placed under the banner of Liu Bei. Welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms, everybody. And it's true, Patience has been playing well. We have a decision to make, though. We have a bit of a problem. Our biggest forces are down south, as they have been, as we've been taking land, and I'd really like to take this farm from Zhang Chao because we are currently at war with him. However, as we look north and look at the border of the river, it seems as though Lady Liu of the Duchy of Song is ready to strike at our capital, which is frustrating certainly frustrating. But Maya, relax. Daddy's trying to rage world war here and make peace. It may be time for us to dip out. We took a couple pieces of land and it's good, but it might be time for us to negotiate our way out of this war temporarily. I'd like peace. I'd genuinely like peace, and it seems he would like peace as well. I don't want to be his vassal by any stretch, but we might be able to pull some money and let our capital be left alone. Ideally, we could take some territory from him as well. I just don't think there's any that we can get. I'd really like this. But, oh, this is the capital. Zhang Chao's probably not long for this world. How about over here? The Yingchuan farmland, I'd like. Would you give that to me? You debatably will. You're not poor or anything. You just do not like me. So I guess the question is there any piece of land that you genuinely do not want? Because it might be time for us to bounce. I'm serious. It might genuinely be time for us to get out of this war. Farmland. Let's see. I want something tiny. Nothing that's worth much. We already tried that piece. You don't want to get rid of it. What about Hane farmland? Let's go with just the Hane. And if you wanted it, you'd want vassalage for it. You'd give it to me if I became your vassal. Well, that's not going to happen. So instead, let's just take some money. Regular payments from you. You have a lot of money, so you're willing to pay... Oh, no. You have a lot of money, but you're not willing to pay a ton, it looks like. At least not right out the gate, but let's keep going. Let's just see how much money we can get per turn for 10 turns. We could probably get a little bit more stuff as well. We can't get much more than this. And I'm okay with that. Let's just get out of this war for now. Make some money. And let's just leave. Let them fight. And I'm fine. Now, Zhang Chao. Are we still at war with you? We are not. That opens us up to go to war with others, though. Like over here, we still have the Han Empire. Honestly, it just might be worth running over here and just annexing this. We have an army. Where's our army? We have another army. There he is. That's not our army. Well, that's our army, but that's not the army I'm looking for. That's the army I'm looking for, right here. Let's start moving him over here. And let's see if we can grab that Han Empire and annex them. We are not at war with anyone right now. Cao Cao is not huge. He's big, but not big enough. I wonder if we could grab land off of him. I'd really like this land up here. It's not willing yet, but in time. In time. I think we need to get our ducks in a row. We took a couple pieces of land and we bounced out of the war very quickly. He Yi might be worth jumping on, actually. Is this his capital? How weak is He Yi right now? Very. He is a vassal of no one. He's at war with everyone. I think we're gonna try and bounce and maybe just grab it. So let's see if we can wipe out He Yi real quick. We'll move out of the war with the Duchy of Song. And instead we're gonna swing up on his farmland here. I was gonna try and take this, but we can't get there this turn. And there's a lot of people around. So I'm okay with just moving in. I'd like to take it before they could. Let's hard march. I just want to get eyes on it if I can. It might be all they have. We gotta get across. I guess you can only get across over via bridge, which I didn't know. And then you have to get back here when you can. Okay, I think we're in a good position. Let's continue. Looks like they want to grab our labor recruiter. I'm gonna have to say no. I appreciate the pocket change, however. I'm mostly worried that He Yi is gonna be wiped out before we can snag that last piece of land. Right now we're just kind of plucking away at things as quickly as we can scavenge them up. As Liu Bei, you want to. Okay. You will invite Yuan Shu to join our coalition. Alright, so no matter how I vote, it doesn't matter, so I just acknowledge it. I was the last to vote there. I don't know why, but that's fine. And good, it looks like we're gonna make it through. Declared war on the Han Empire, Duchy of Song, third visit. Oh yeah, that's right. You returned for a third time to the cottage of Sleeping Dragon. This time he's at home but asleep. Determined to speak to him, you patiently wait for him to rise. Though at first he refuses, you manage to persuade him the importance of his counsel and he agrees to help you. Okay, so he's part of our council now. We'll have to take a look at his stats. But first, I wanna get to the farmland. I don't know if we're gonna get there in time, but I'm gonna try. Anybody leveled up? Should we equip people with better things? Does anybody have better instinct bonus? Not for you. Not really a horse. What are you rolling with right now? You got +6 instinct, that's fine. You've actually got some, like, actually good stuff. Do you have a better weapon I can give you? Let's do it. That might bump his instinct. Yes, he's legendary now. Fantastic. Okay. I'm down. That's good. We're moving in. We're moving in. Oh, baby, we got it before they did. And we can just go ahead and just take it. Let's just delegate the battle and snag it. Oh, I'm sorry, He Yi. It's nothing personally. We lost 72 men. We're just gonna occupy it. We have no reason to do anything else. All right, well, that's ours. That's fantastic. And I don't see He Yi anywhere else. So if He Yi wants to join us, I'm down. I'm down to give you peace. Oh, you have no interest in peace, even though you're stupidly weaker compared to me. All right, I'm okay with that. Stay where you are. Kong Rong, how are you doing, bud? What we need to do is break apart his vassals. I just don't know a good way to do that. Like, get out of there, Kong Rong. I know you're willing so long as we give you enough stuff, but just get out of there, man. I wish I could just fix you and take you away, but I can't. Oh, let's look at our court. Ooh, he's legendary in cunning as well. Not willing to be a spy. He's the Sleeping Dragon, a legendary strategist. plus 15 expertise, plus 40 cunning, plus 25 authority, plus 1 resilience, plus 10% campaign movement range, plus 15 military supplies at enemy territory, admires intelligence, commends physical ability. He might go into our army just to make them better. He's fantastic. He's friends with Zhu Shu. If he in the army? Where's Zhu Shu? Is Zhu Shu in an army? Or is he the one that's a spy? Zhu Shu might be the spy. It's hard for me to remember. Alright, we've got some upgrades. Let's work on upgrades real quick. We don't have a ton of money. So if we were to throw in... There he is. Sleeping Dragon. He's not that much more expensive. And he comes with a decent retinue, so let's get him commanding an army. And he's got some level ups. I think giving him more resolve is necessary, not a bad thing. 25% chance of capturing an enemy officers as well. We haven't really played much with him, so with a strategist in the army in general. Let's go ahead and grab that. Replenish supplies, plus food production, which is not a bad thing. Instinct is good for battle, and available armies is good. Flaming shot we want. And a passive buff, and we got one more. One more trade agreement could be great. Ranged damage for his own retinue, though. Let's do it. I think we want to load him up with ranged folk as well. So now we've got an interesting general mix. Let's keep moving. You know what? We can afford to bump this city up. So let's keep cranking up our cities, because the higher levels we get our cities, the more prestige we get, and the more prestige we get, the faster we're gonna jump ranks. So who is now to our south? Who are you? The Han Empire. We could actually spend unity here and just start eating them. And I genuinely might start doing that. I don't know how much unity we're gaining a turn, though. We're almost at Duke. Honestly, if we can come over here and just freaking eat up the Han Empire, they're gonna be a lot smaller. The farmland here needs some time, though, so I think we'll let it go. I'm sure there's a fast way of finding Liu Bei, but I don't know where he is. I thought he was over here somewhere, and I thought I garrisoned him somewhere. Oh, he's over here. What are you doing over here? Oh, we're at war with He Yi. We could just kill him. He's just hanging out here. Liang Wu. Nobody of note. Let's just get him. And we can absolutely just say, delegate and kill him off. He set up an encampment, but it's not worth going through the battle. Woo! Luo C. He would rather die than betray my cause. I think we're just gonna have to kill him. We'll take his clay axe. We don't really need the money. Unfortunately, he's friends with a few people, but I'm fine. Kill him. And we can ransom and release the rest for the unity. Battlefield Surgeon. Your general refuses to celebrate a victory in battle while allies still lie wounded on the battlefield. Injured troops, 3 at a time, are personally rescued and carried on horseback to be treated before the general rides out to collect more. That's awesome. That's sweet. He is dead. Oh, that was all that was left. We took out He. That's funny. I'm sorry, my mans. Nothing personnel. Let's get back into Chen. So we're not suffering attrition any longer. Liu Bei wants us to join a war against Zhang Chao. And I think in doing so, we're back at war with the Duchy of Song. And that concerns me because he's still angry and still on our line. So I think for now I need to reject. I know you want us to jump in because we have forces, but I only have a 3rd army here and I haven't done a great job of that yet. I need maybe even a 4th. We need to worry about our income for sure. Zhang Chao is no more. You wanted us to go to war with somebody you just obliterated, which probably was just to bring us into war against the Duchy of Song, but now all of a sudden, the Duchy of Song is not looking so hot. You're a dominant strategic threat. Meanwhile, I am also a dominant strategic threat, which is funny and scary. We gotta keep going. I'm down to just keep banking cash. We're gonna try and move in and annex them. The farmland's probably good now. Yeah, it'll be fine. Not the greatest public order, but it'll do. Upgrading. We can also upgrade Langye. I think we should. Keep getting those commanderies pumped up. And once this war is over, the one that we dipped in, snagged someone and left, and now we're picking up. We basically bought ourselves a path to the Han Empire down here. Our empire is going to be very, very strange. And we're going to need more armies for sure. Assignments are over. Zhang Fei gained trustworthy and Tao Song gained creative. We got another labor. People of merit. We got another person who popped into our court. It might be worth investing now into some more people to join our court here. We haven't really expanded our court too much. We filled up a lot of positions though. So let's see. Zhang Jiang, is he dead? Admires intelligence and loathes superstition. Locking down enemy generals. Sure, let's go ahead and grab you. And that's all we can get right now. No assignments available. We're gonna need generals anyway, so we're gonna need to be recruiting people regardless. You want to give me military access, and in turn, you want me to give you a ton of things. How about... Absolutely not. In any way is that acceptable. Ah, Yuan Shu is declaring war on them. And now Duchy Song is declaring war back. Whoa. Whilst resettling the people, your attendant comes upon an issue and requests your judgment. A couple living in the local area have refused to move. Oh, we can't do either of these. We don't have either or any of these, so we're just gonna say, here's 500 and we'll buy your land from you. Not the best way to go about things in my opinion, but it works. Almost there on the annexation. Working our way there. We come with a diplomatic offer to join us for free. We're gonna run and try and annex them with our personal currency and move in to try and just swoop up all this land, especially since the Han Empire is now in a war. We want to make sure we are doing our best to weaken them. Okay, we've got 2 assignments open. Let's see what we can do. We can stimulate markets, which actually is probably good. And then we've got a bunch of other things. So, markets first. Here, we'll put them over here. Go ahead and stimulate the markets for us. And then in Dong, if we have anything open... 30% income from industry. It'll be you that does it because you're the least happy. Bring in that cash. All right, it's another peaceful season. There's not much I want to do, and we don't have a ton of money. Ooh. Breaking an existing treaty. A treaty will be broken by Kong Rong, a non-aggression pact. He no longer wants to be non-aggressive with me. Okay. Interesting. That's a sign that perhaps war is about to go on full blast here. They might be getting ready to declare. Oh, I think they friggin' snagged that piece of land before I could. A friend in need. You hear a tale of boundless courage in your ranks. One of your generals rides bravely to the aid of his friend, who is moments away from death's cold touch. Weathering many blows to defend their comrade in the aftermath, you take stock of what you have heard and seen. Han Xin has been wounded, but Gao Ding and Han Xin's relationship has deepened. Yeah, this is, pretty sure they just snagged it from under me. Yeah, it's Liu Yao. He's not a vassal of anybody, at least. Well, I want that piece of land. I need that trade port. And then I need that city. However, yeah, you have nothing else I really want. He wants my farmland for the trade port, which is hilarious. I'll give you food. That's literally all you want, huh? Well, that ain't happening. Well, let's pick our reformation before we move on. More income from industry. Let's get all the way up that tree. Feelsgood.jpg. Okay. Well, we're still moving into the Han Empire. Let's annex it. And then integrate them. Beautiful. Now, we can keep upgrading. We have, what? A mail post here, which is commerce. This is going to be maybe a commerce city. I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade the military here first, though. Really invest in structure and make sure it works. And nothing's going to fall apart on us. And then what we can do is all we need is this little piece of land here, and we can snag it. Is that all of Liujiang? It might be. Oh, no, there's a fishing port down here, which belongs to Sun Jian, but we might be able to buy that if we grab both of these. So let's see what happens. Yeah, he got wounded, which is part of the event, but it works. Well, let's keep building this army up. Repeating crossbowmen, huh? Heavy crossbowmen. It's gonna be a very ranged-centric set of people here. I'd like to move this over. I wish I could, like, swap it. I'm sure there's a way, and I just don't know how. But I kind of want a little bit more soldiers. So maybe next turn when we have some more money. Lu Bu wants me to go to war with Zheng Jiang. Let's take a look at Zheng Jiang real quick. She's the bandit queen. Sure. I'll go to... She's not allied with anybody, right? Ma Teng, Zhang Fu, and Zhang Yan. Zhang Yan is a little weaker than us, but not by much. I'm actually gonna go ahead and reject it. I want them to struggle. If he's calling for help, then they need help. And I'm gonna say no, because it's gonna help me in the long run not to. Alright. Yep, see, they're starting to pull people. Liu P, mother Shi Jian, father Liu Bei. Hey, we had a kid! Holy crap! A son is born. We have a boy. Liu P. Our boy. We can make him our heir. Character assigned as the heir to the faction leader. Might upset other characters. 10 satisfaction. I mean, we don't have to do that quite yet. That's interesting. That's really cool. And here's our character tree. People hate everybody. We don't need to, I mean, I think it's a little early, maybe, to be jumping the gun on that one there, but hey. Alright. More food, ideally. Let's go up this tree here. And how is happiness here? Decent enough, where I'm willing to swing out to the lumber yard very quickly and see if I can just grab it. Thank you. And now we just need this piece of land here. The fishing port. So, let's see if we can buy it off of him. We don't have a ton of money, but I just want to see if there's anything worth how much he wants for it. We have the last piece of it. I have the fishing yard, so I just want the fish. I just want the port. I'm not giving you the small city, you moron. You need food? I have food. It's not enough. All right, we'll hold out. If we can bank cash, we can make this work. Either way, what I want to do next, I want to take this river. I want to go up and around the river. I just don't know how I'm going to get through Cao Cao without going to war with him. And right now, the Duchy of Song is utterly struggling. He's now on... He's been downgraded. He has been downgraded from a decent, like, moderate threat to, like, not a threat at all. We have 5 turns before we can declare war. It might be worth going to war again. We do see Cao Cao over here. And if Cao Cao ends up dying, that wouldn't be a bad thing either. Looks like they're having a hard time with a few people here. Now the question is, how's my spy doing? He's full up. We could discredit the faction via a court noble or a general. Let's have a general do it and just cause discontent. As your spy's insistence becomes desperate, the malcontent, rather than focusing on his disdain for the faction, instead shifts his ire and suspicions upon the spy himself. A few well-placed words from reputable members of your undercover network might sway their attention back to the matter at hand. We'll commit. One of our spies successfully convinced a general to discredit their own faction. A combination of petty, unrelenting tricks, a spreading of rumors, and the theft of the general's horse have all wore away at their morale, encouraging them to voice their discontent. Good. Want to do it again? Oh, we can get a legendary general to do it now. Let's do it. And then we'll just build an undercover network a little bit. All right, and we'll hold out there for a moment. Let's see what happens. We've just spread a little discontentment. Hopefully there's some rebellions that happen, something that triggers to weaken him so we can move in much, much, much easier. I definitely would like to move him back, our army men back, though. Dong Hai is plenty happy. But yeah, we're going to want to move him over this way without question, because if we're going to prep to start striking to the south, ideally, we need to do that fast. Yuan Shao is right there. Ooh, he's stuck. He's stuck out. We need to watch where he goes. If he doesn't go far, we'll be able to maybe catch him off. I kind of want to move Liu Bei closer. Chen is going to be 1000% fine. So let's move up. I want to keep eyes on... Man, we could just... It's just Lady Yu is there, actually, Duchy of Song. So let's just watch and let's see what happens. There might be an opportunity to jump on him and try and wipe him out if Lady Liu leaves. Or if we catch Lady Liu out, we could actually swing in. Yeah, but this is all his territory. His bulk of his army, 3 of his armies are right here. Liu Yu is with the Duchy of Song. I'm gonna reject. I have no interest in making that kind of peace with you right now. Vassalized a bunch. Bunch of peace treaties in turn. The fledgling Phoenix. Once advisor to the Wu forces, Pang Tong is well regarded as a man of great talent. The fledgling Phoenix hailed from Jing province but was dismissed from his post. Pang Tong has many recommendations to make should you wish to hire him. There's the Phoenix. Okay, we just got both of them? Okay, he's also a strategist. He's a fledgling Phoenix. Severely impaired the efficiency of enemy units and generals in battle. So we want him leading his own army. We might recruit him into an army then. We might even form a brand new army with him. Okay. He's somewhere over here. They're moving in on Yuan Shu, it seems. Let's get our other legendary character into an army over here. There's another one over here, but that's not who I'm looking for. Fledgling Phoenix. Let's go ahead and hook him up and level him up. More ranged is welcome. He's legendary. We can actually make his cunning legendary. More experience is welcome. More damage. Ignore forest penalties for his own retinue. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's give him some followers. More character experience. I'm okay with that. Leveling up fast. Cunning, satisfaction, and range damage for crossbows. Absolutely. Authority and satisfaction. I'm down to give you a better weapon as well. We'll go ahead and hook you up with crossbowmen. And then we want to get you somebody who's going to be good at running in the thick of things. If I pull him, will he no longer run that this? And we'll wait to buy out. Well, we just want more armies. We need more armies, and it's not costing us a ton of money to do it, so I'm okay with it. The Duchy of Song seems to be falling apart quickly. It appears that Sima Yi, a famed recluse, has forsaken his isolation to offer his talents to a warlord obviously in possession of admirable powers and persuasion. I don't know who that is. We got some level ups. I pulled back somebody to work on stuff. I'm waiting for this war to start. With Kong Rong having... Lady Liu is trespassing. With Kong Rong doing his thing and breaking the peace treaty, I'm definitely concerned. Our wife is leveled up. If we can get more cunning, we gotta bump her up to a legendary status in cunning. I like this army. This army has potential to be great. It may not be the master army that we have up here under Liu Bei's command, but it's still very good. Where are they going? They're like surrounded, and I don't think they know what to do. Let's put you here. We'll garrison you up so you can heal up. And in the meantime, I'm gonna throw you into the forest and just wait. Just wait and to watch. This is definitely a more political episode. Just striking when we can and playing the patient game, letting everybody rip themselves apart in the process. You want me to join a war against you against the Han Empire? I'm gonna have to say no. I know that would bring us into the war with the Duchy of Song, but that's the reason I'm saying no. They have all of their armies just clustered on this side of the river, and it might be they just can't get back. Maybe they've been blocked out in the nearby bridges, but genuinely I don't know if that's worth fighting. Creative. Okay. Still here. That's Cao Cao's army. Yeah, they're chilling over here. They look like they're trying to protect it. And I just don't know if there's much they can do about it. 2 turns of us untrustworthiness might be worth it to jump into this war now. It's tempting. I just don't know what's gonna happen here. I think we'll let whatever's about to go down in this city play out, see what's left over, and then maybe jump in and clean up and pluck away what we can. It's not honorable by any stretch, but it's a good move. That army's now filled, which is good. There's gotta be a faster way to get between armies. Where is she? Oh, she might... Oh, it's because she's... hidden? Alright, before we decide to go to war here, let's actually just move around, get out of the woods, and keep an eye on what goes on here. It might be worth just to pull back. He's in the city. I don't know where there's his lady general. Let's keep an eye on how this goes before we make a decision. Because if they rip each other apart, we are probably fine to move in and declare war. We have an open assignment. We need food. Let's do that. That should be fine. That should help us out completely. Okay. Let's see how things are looking over here. The general sense of duty is as vital to them as the blood that flows in their veins. He just got a bunch of bonuses. Okay. Did they win? Did they take it? Where are we? Huh? No, it's still Duchy of Song. Sun Ren of Cao Cao. There she is, Lady Liu. She's still fine. He looks like he's been run off and maybe got defeated by Cao Cao. However, where she ends up going is still debatable, so why don't we just hang back a little bit. Let's get into friendly territory. I think we're gonna take a military choice here. One that gives us a new building. Yeah, let's take that. New military buildings for better garrisons is gonna go a long way. You're at level 6, I'm fine with that. Level 6, I just can't afford to be throwing food out very much right now. The only things that can be upgraded, here we go. Local pines. A pine yard. It's prestige. And a garrison. Okay. Yeah, I think we keep watching. I think we keep playing it slow and hoping things work out in our favor here. I have so many people in my territory that are just straight up trespassing. Lady Liu was set up for an ambush and we found her. Here, let's hard march. No, no, you idiot. No, you moron. No, 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 no. Why are you selected? You, homie. Let's just get you across into friendly territory. There we go. And we can watch from here. Yeah, they're being forced to be pushed back. This might be our time to jump in. Wavering spy loyalty, Suze. It appears that the spy has developed a fondness for their false master. We must take care that they do not forget their true loyalties and betray our cause. Well, I don't know what the hell you want me to do. How do I make sure? Turns remaining. We can disown him. We can spread malicious rumors. Interference. Or disown. I think we should just disown him. We don't have any more spies right now, and that's okay. It's he served loyally and we did okay. I'm not miserable about that decision. And now she's chilling here. Before we jump into a war with them, I'd like to make non-aggression pacts with other people that are his allies. If I give you money and land, you're down to go independent. And you can't non-aggression pact with me because we already have one. Alright, Gong Sun Zan, you're the closest threat beyond them. And you're actually just like right in my territory for some weird reason. You're over here too. You're like actually just over here though. What the hell are you doing? You're in our territory. Bizarre. Well, we're at our retinue limit here. I don't know where he's going. I'm a little worried about it. Let's move in toward the city of Langye and garrison up here, or just about to. So it seems like Gongsun Zong is moving through our lands and in the process horribly is leaving his capital open, I think. So I'm gonna take a look by going to Beihai. And if he has left this pretty much dead ass open, we might just jump in and we might declare war and just jump in and take his capital. Especially while they're moving south, thinking that we're not going to do anything about it, which is their own mistake. They've left this city open. Liu Bao is looking like he's going to take it. We might just run in and take this right now. Are we friends with Liu Bao? Is he in our coalition? He is. All right. I think we're going to make a decision here. Okay. So they're wide open now. We're not going to do that marching anymore. And we could just jump in and take this city. Moreover, she's moving through our towns and our cities. I think we're going to fill up our armies and just be ready. And we're going to prepare because we're going to end up fighting, I think. I think at this point, war has to be declared and we have to take this. We can't delegate it, but we can force them to come out. So why don't we set up a couple things here and we will continue to siege the city and hope that the reinforcements will deter enemies. In the meanwhile, that means we are now at war with Gongzong up top. We want to swing up fast. We want to try and get up here. In fact, I want to get up as far as I possibly can, and then we'll swap back and try and take this city as fast as possible. We'll bump up that for a better garrison. I'm a little concerned about our money situation, but we should be okay for now. Let's see what happens. They may try and strike at our weaker points, but if we can take their capital, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. All right. I think this place is pretty okay. Let's swing in. They actually have like nothing here. We're gonna run in. And I mean, we're pretty much gonna be all right here. We'll siege. We are mostly alone over here. Lady Liu is super effing weak. If we can knock her out now, we will. We'll see what she does. She's not going to be able to come back and defend. We've got them separated at a very, very ideal point, and this could be the turning point to see the Duchy of Song fall. Their female general seems to be a hell of a good general. We need to get out of this fight sooner or rather than later, though. Where are you? Way over here. Let's get you in Liu Zhang. We can start moving you up. You're sieging. And you're just hanging out. There. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. They're all forced marching, so they can't fight when they're in this position. They aren't able to attack when they're forced marching. They're just trying to get close, I think. But if we can wipe out their biggest general, we'll be all right. Interesting. A valiant defeat. They're coming out to meet us. It's mostly him that I'm worried about. Yeah. That was once our spy, and here he is. The map, I think, favors them, which is concerning. Our biggest strength is going to be our generals in this fight by a long shot. If we can get the hill, they're looking like they're going to be over. That's our that's their reinforcements. They're going to be over here somewhere. I don't know how I'm going to take this. March over here and get up on top of the hill. I'm trying to keep everybody together. Let's see if we can do this. Once put on the battlefield, they see one defensive position, a hill surrounded by a small cluster of trees. If they can take this and play this defensively, it'll certainly help Liu Bei and his men win this fight. They are outnumbered, and it is expected that they'll lose. But nothing is ever that simple. Rushing to this hill before the enemy sees them will be a big opportunity for them to strike silently. And a plan to take the cavalry across to their flank is already in play. If we can surround them before they realize we're there, and maybe hit their troops with a guerrilla hit, then maybe we'll be able to give ourselves an advantage here. While I, as a player, am still very much learning the ins and outs of the rock, paper, scissors style combat, and it's not nearly as readable as I would like it to be. For instance, if I have a set of cavalry selected, it'll show me all the pikemen that are bad matches, but if I have 2 sets of cavalry selected, then all of those quick hot tips of what units are bad for me to throw my cavalry into disappears. It's still a work in progress for me, and an education is still happening on the fly. But I'm starting to get a little bit better, and in turn, so is Liu Bei, just by circumstance. The cavalry decide to push forth. The enemies are not yet fully seen, and if we can hide here in the trees amongst the forest and wait, then the hope is that we'll get a nice flanking attack and decimate their numbers prior to them getting a jump on us. But it also means that if we end up losing that fight, we could lose an entire set of cavalry and only have Zhang left to fight. He'll not be taken out that easily. Taking an opportunity to see that there is no enemy here, Zhang commands his cavalry to cross the road before anybody sees or hears them. Hide in these trees and see if we can get eyes on the army. And it's from here that we are able to lay our eyes on moving flags. They don't necessarily see us, but we see them. Their first set of troops are mustering, preparing to organize an attack. But unfortunately for them, what they don't realize is their reinforcements are going to be their detriment, because they want to turn their back and group with them, putting their archers wide open for the cavalry to pour through the forests and hit them from their rear. They've turned their back, and now they pay. One cavalry is intercepted by pikemen with shields. This is going to be bad for us, but they're doing their best to protect the archers that they're mingled with. Our cavalry and Zhang are all mixed up now, causing archers to break and flee and moving on to the next. Certainly we're outnumbered here, but with Zhang around with the army, it evens out the odds. We're doing a number on their archers well before they even can come anywhere near us. Their bodies already litter the ground. And now we're aware that they have trebuchets firing in on our men. But it's not enough to scare us off. Not yet. Zhang is over here with one of his cavalry regiments. And what was just going to be a quick attack, initially to just take out their archers, ends up being way more successful than we anticipated. It is a guerrilla strike. We're hitting the units we want and pulling away before the others can engage us fully and start ripping us apart. One of our cavalry ends up running, but the other 3 plus Zhang are chasing the others off, as trebuchets try and catch us, but aren't able to land any blows. Through the forest, the enemies still march, trying to catch them with our cavalry, though, to delay them further, and engage them in the trees where we hopefully have more cover from the trebuchets. And without any knowledge on their part, through this forest here, Liu Bei still waits with his men. Distant sounds of combat can be heard, but he has trust in his general and his men that they'll succeed. And things are looking quite good for us on a tactical way. This was another fight that was supposed to be lost, but we got lucky with a hill right here, and we're able to have use the forest across the road to try and jump them. And we're still using that forest, pouring out of it, leaping into the enemies, trying to run them toward our men while also wiping them out. These are all their archers. All they're doing is running while being decimated because they can't do anything else. And the closer they get, the deadlier it becomes for them. But we're nowhere near done with winning this battle. There's so much more that has to go. Zhang commands most of his cavalry to regroup, striking at those along the way if they can, to head back to Liu Bei. The enemy's armies are already pretty separated, a few of them decimated, and the trebuchets so far back, forced to fire back here. that there's no way they can reach our men all the way over here. And they are trying to fire into the trees and hit our men. But our men in Zhang are cleaning house. We end up moving our men a little bit forward. We really will eventually end up right here, I think. Right at the tree line, because we want the men covering the trees and we want our archers outside of them to be able to lay down effective suppressive fire. But this has turned into quite a guerrilla fight, and the fact that just 4 cavalry can cause this much chaos amongst the enemy's men is very, very promising for us. Now it's a waiting game. We gotta play patient while they come at us. As we wait, we can see, just over the skyline, all the enemy's troops and retinues moving across the road. This is great for us, and we're moving up a bit here because we want to catch them before they do too much. But in turn, they'll end up getting a vision on us, but luckily we see them first, and arrows begin to fly through the trees. Already they're forced to turn their crossbows, not having a place for them to be able to fire on us. And as arrows rain down on them, they're at a loss as to what to do. Look at them all just absolutely get decimated. And they immediately rout. But now they know where we are, and with the generals at the head, they command their cavalry to charge. But we are ready. A charge into our men, and the 2 pike retinues go at one another. Now the real fight for this battle begins. If we can hold this and do a number on them, we can win. We have the best defensive area I could possibly think of on this map. Being outnumbered doesn't necessarily mean anything if our tactics are better. We'll see what we can do. Our men are actually pushing forward now, breaking some of their lines as theirs begin to retreat and run. Guan chasing down all he can, though his focus is definitely going to be on the generals. The generals begin to fall one at a time as the God of War chases them down each individually to ensure that they die. And as the generals fall and their men run, it becomes more and more apparent that we are actually now winning this fight. Way back here where the trebuchets are slowly being moved forward, too little too late, the ones that are routed are running for their lives. Another general falls, and that was all that was needed for all the troops to break. The battle is won. Now all that's left is cleanup. Another victory for Liu Bei that wasn't supposed to be a victory at all. An unfortunate loss for them. The defense did not go that well. They lost over 2,000 men. We barely lost 500 because we ended up doing well and playing a very good defensive game. You, my friend, were about to come back. Unfortunately, you've decided that turning on me was the best course of action. I'll save my money. Well then, I am fonder of my head than I am loyal to this faction. You would like to join us, you're legendary? I'll employ you for now, and then we'll look at you and see if you're worth keeping around. Meanwhile, we'll just replenish our troops, and we'll see what we can do with that general in time. He's gonna come back and fight me. Is it the same map? Another great victory for us. We ended up doing a great job. Kill me, please, or release me. These are your only options. Thank you. I'm glad to know. You can die. He, however, survived, and we're gonna go ahead and replenish our men again. My goodness, it's nonstop. But we just defeated 2 of his biggest armies. And she's still around. You want a military alliance. Nobody wants to do it, so it doesn't matter. Nobody wants to be in a military alliance right now. Everybody's running around, desperate to move from one part of the map to the next without being trespassing too long. And we actually ended up just capturing it. We'll be occupying that. Han Fu has joined alongside in the war. Now, did he go far? So we leveled up a bunch. So first things first, let's level everybody up. We'll give him the ability to fire some arrows. That'll go a long way. Ability Final Rush. Battle outcome decided. Plus 50 speed, plus 50 charge speed. 5% replenishment. I'm going to give him the resolve because I really want him to have more health. We'll keep doing that as well. So the city is now ours. We're going to throw down all of our money to get everything repaired up. And we're going to try and keep you guys happy as best we can. Hopefully, next turn, all this shit will be back up and we'll be making money again. Lady Liu is right there, and we can take her out. I think we're going to run in and do this. Sorry, Lady Liu. He ran? Oh, she retreated. She's trying to just stay down until her troops are up. I have no issue trying to chase her ass down, though. Meanwhile, this is still going on. They got one more turn. Or we could just take it. I think we might end up just taking it. We barely lost anyone. We might loot and occupy it. We'll end up reducing it to a level 5 in the process, but it'll give us money. Actually, you know, forget, just occupy this place. A treasure. A runner arrives from the new settlement with a heavy box strapped to his crooked back. Panting heavily, the breathless man slams his bulky consignment down at your feet before collapsing. It is a loot chest with a lock broken open, filled to the brim with jewels and precious trinkets. We got $500. I'm down. Repair, 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 repair. And now we took that. So they're gonna rest. They're gonna sit here for a little while and just kind of hunker down. We are low on food. We're gonna get food production up and running. I'm gonna see how next turn goes. Once the cities are repaired, we should have food back up and running. He's taking Pengcheng Temple. I'm gonna go ahead and let him. Unfortunately for him, he lost his army and both of his generals. They died. Let's just go ahead and recruit and replenish our garrison there. We lost a temple and defended one. That's fair. We can run back and grab that temple pretty easily. She's running for her life, though it's likely she's not going to survive. Okay, we already knew we were going to lose that temple. And honestly, that's not bad for what we have. We can easily come back and snag this. The temple that we ended up losing. But we have more pressing matters, and suddenly our food situation is bad. Okay. There's Sima Yi, the most legendary man of them all. We should probably grab him for our court. He's miserable. Sort of. You want a higher court position. We'll see what happens. I'd like food. I'll put him here. More food here. And we'll see if we can get food from someone. We're still eating up our reserves. I don't like it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this work. We may need to trade it away. But for now, I'm gonna say thank you for watching. China's in a bit of a bad spot, and our empire is certainly no good right now either. It very well may be worth getting out of war just to help. It's not over yet, and we got plenty of work to do. Let's see how this all goes.